Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's funny to tears. Today I've got a story for you that perfectly sums up why we love our four-legged family members, even when they turn our lives upside down. This is the tale of the Great Dinner Heist, a culinary crime committed by none other than my beloved and apparently very hungry dog, Buster. So picture this. I'd spent the better part of my evening crafting what I considered a masterpiece of a meal. We're talking a perfectly roasted chicken, seasoned with herbs I actually grew myself. Rosemary, thyme, the whole 9 yards. The skin was crispy and golden brown. The aroma filled the entire house, and I was already mentally patting myself on the back for being such a culinary genius. Alongside it, I had a beautiful pan of roasted vegetables, carrots, potatoes, and Brussels sprouts, all caramelized to sweet perfection. I even made a gravy from scratch. It was the kind of dinner you see in food magazines, the kind you post online with a smug, charged, blessed caption. With everything cooked to perfection, I set the table. I'm talking the nice plates, the cloth napkin. I was really going for it. The chicken was resting on the cutting board, the veggies were in a serving dish, and I just had to step away for a minute. Literally, 1 minute. I went to the living room to tell my family that dinner was ready, basking in the glory of my impending feast. I announced, "Dinner's served," with the pride of a 5-star chef. When I walked back into the kitchen, something was off. The air was still fragrant with roasted chicken, but the cutting board was suspiciously empty. My first thought was sheer confusion. Did I already carve it? Did I move it? My brain was scrambling to find a logical explanation. I looked around the kitchen, my eyes scanning every surface. No chicken. Then, my gaze fell to the floor. And there he was. Buster, my golden retriever, a dog who normally looks like a fluffy angel sent from heaven, was lying on the kitchen rug, looking like he'd just won the lottery. His eyes were half closed in a state of pure, unadulterated bliss. Surrounding him were the scattered remains of my glorious chicken. It was a crime scene, a delicious, greasy crime scene. He hadn't just eaten some of it. Oh no, that would be too simple. He had methodically and enthusiastically devoured almost the entire bird. All that was left was a single drumstick and a pile of well-gnawed bones. For a second I was just speechless. I stared at him, he stared back at me, letting out a contented little burp. A chicken-flavored burp. And that's when I lost it. I just started laughing. I mean, what else could I do? The audacity of it. He didn't even look guilty. He looked proud. His tail gave a slow, lazy thump, thump, thump on the floor as if to say, "You're welcome. I handled that for you. 10 out of 10 would recommend." My family came into the kitchen, drawn by my hysterical laughter, and their faces were priceless. First confusion, then horror as they saw the empty cutting board, and finally uncontrollable laughter as they looked at the ridiculously satisfied dog on the floor. Dinner was officially canceled. We ended up ordering pizza, which we ate while Buster snored loudly from his food coma, probably dreaming of chasing giant roasted chickens through fields of gravy. Now you might think I'd be mad. And sure, a tiny part of me mourned the loss of my perfect dinner. But honestly, it was one of the funniest things I've ever witnessed. It's a story we tell at every family gathering now. The legend of Buster and the stolen chicken has become part of our family lore. He wasn't just being a bad dog. He was living his absolute best life. He saw an opportunity, a golden, crispy, delicious opportunity, and he seized it with both paws. And that's the thing about pets, isn't it? They bring so much chaos and unpredictability into our lives, but it's that very chaos that creates the best memories. You can plan for a perfect evening, a perfect meal, but you can't plan for the sheer joy of watching your dog have the best day of his life, even if it's at the expense of your dinner. He wasn't malicious. He was just being a dog. A very, very happy dog. I even tried to get a confession out of him later. I held up the lone surviving drumstick and asked, "Buster, did you do this?" He just tilted his head, gave me his best puppy dog eyes and licked his lips, probably hoping for round 2. There was zero remorse in that furry face, absolutely none. He looked at me as if to say, "And I'd do it again." That night, as I was cleaning up the evidence, I found a single sprig of rosemary stuck to his ear. It was the final, hilarious detail in this whole absurd saga. The little thief couldn't even clean up after himself properly. So what's the moral of the story? Maybe it's to never leave a perfectly roasted chicken unattended. Or maybe it's that sometimes the most memorable dinners are the ones you never get to eat. It's a reminder that life isn't about perfection. It's about the funny, messy, and unexpected moments that happen along the way. Buster might have eaten our dinner, but he gave us a story that's worth so much more. And for that, he's still a very, very good boy, even if he is a chicken thief. Have you ever had a pet pull off a great food heist? I would absolutely love to hear your stories in the comments below. Let's share our hilarious pet disaster moments. Thanks so much for watching and laughing along with me. If you enjoyed this story, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to It's Funny to Tears for more stories that prove life is just better with a bit of chaos. We'll see you in the next video.